every single day I've been bringing over a few boxes at a time. Because my old apartment is 3 blocks away from this new apartment, I've just been using my little wagon and like wagoning over a few boxes at a time, just so that the actual move out day with the U-Haul and everything isn't too chaotic. I have a lot of stuff because of my small business, all my hobbies, etc. I'm trying to make my life, my boyfriend's life, our friends who are helping us just like easier by taking over a few things at a time before we move. It's also a really good workout because I'm like dragging who knows how much weight every single day. Anyway, I accumulated a good amount of boxes here. I don't want to buy too many boxes because I want this move to be as sustainable as possible. I also don't want to have too much trash at the end of this move. And all of these boxes are recyclable and everything, but I'd rather just not consume more than I need. So I'm going to try to empty out these boxes right now onto my bookshelf that I built and take the empty boxes and bring them back to my old apartment so that I can fill them up again and then bring them back over and then unload and then bring them back. Let the cycle go on. So that'll just minimize the amount of boxes I use. It'll save me some money and help me be a little bit more sustainable throughout this whole process. So that's the plan. I do want to talk about this guy right here. That is my Calyx unit that I talked about in my last video. I had issues with my IKEA order in that I don't have one of the boxes that I need for the unit, so I can't actually start building it yet. Now that unit is on back order, so I won't be receiving it until July 7th. The purpose of me ordering this piece was to have it built and done like right on this wall so that I can have places to unpack all of this stuff onto. Now I'm kind of just gonna unpack this stuff and like leave it all on the ground, or maybe put as much onto that bookshelf as I can. So this is kind of a letdown. They've also been giving me issues with returning the unit. I can't actually lift the boxes once I put all that stuff back into the original boxes. So I can't return it on my own. I need a delivery guy to come and help me with that. They don't have availability with the delivery or pickup company until July 7th also. I'm like, what are you guys doing for the rest of like June? Anyway, I'm trying not to stress. I was very stressed yesterday about it, but I'm trying not to stress and just take it every day. So at least I can unpack these things and feel a little bit productive this weekend. I also have neighbors right outside there. If you can tell, they're like 2 windows and they're always open. Like the windows are always open and I can't really see into them to see if they're like people staring at me vlogging or anything, but they probably think I'm crazy. The hair's up, so that's when you know it's getting serious. I had all those clothes in this one suitcase that I brought over. All the clothes I just put in that closet are thrift flips that I haven't done yet, and they've kind of just been piled underneath my old desk in my old apartment. So I ended up never getting around to starting any of those thrift flips. I figured if I hang up all of the clothes onto the little racks that are in this closet, I'll see it more often. It's a lot more organized, and so I won't get overwhelmed every time I think of trying to do a thrift flip. I won't have to like dig through a bunch of clothes. I can just look into that closet. So hopefully I will get those thrift flips done within the next year of me being in this apartment. Literally, some of those clothes are from my childhood bedroom. If you've been following me for that long, you remember that I was at my parents' house and had a 12 by 12 square foot bedroom. My childhood bedroom had my queen size bed and all of my crafting things like everywhere. So it was really tight, and because of that, all my thrift flip stuff was kind of like tucked away under my bed. Then in my last apartment that I'm in currently, I put all those items that I wanted to thrift flip under my desk, kind of in the same setup as in my childhood bedroom, where it's kind of like hidden away and tucked away. So now it's been 2-ish years since I've had some of these clothes and I still haven't thrift flipped them. Having them nicely organized and on hangers in this closet should hopefully get me to feel inspired to do some thrift flips while I'm here. Hopefully. Hold me accountable. so this is kind of difficult. Ideally it would be on the calyx unit, but we all know the issue with that. Actually a ton of storage in here. Like on either side they have these rods. Whoa, why am I pointing over there? They have these rods which will be super useful when I'm trying to hang any of my new designs, any of my sample pieces and things like that. I have all my thrift flips on this side as I described, and then I have these bins here. These rattan, these baskets are meant for the calyx unit once again, so I'm putting them here temporarily. They're holding like miscellaneous things while I decide what I actually want to put in them. And then I have my normal crates, which you have seen in my old apartment. Have all my candle making stuff up top and some regular inventory type things at the bottom. Down here I squished some of my packaging things in here. These are sample pieces and also my runaway pieces from Joshua Tree. Honestly, that was a lot more productive than I thought today would be. I only have these 3 boxes left of the big boxes. They have like small stuff and things that need to be hung up on the walls and things like that, so I'm gonna let them be for now. I have this tower of priority mailboxes. Another sustainable tip and a way to save money when moving is you can order USPS boxes from the post office, like online, and you get a set amount of free boxes every single year. So I just put in my name, my address, and I think per address you're allowed to get, I think it's like 100 boxes a year, maybe 50, I'm not really sure. I normally use these for shipping my actual like products and packages that people order from my shop, but I have some spare ones, why not use them, you know? And there's the sad calyx unit. I'm gonna bring these back to my apartment, my current apartment where my bed is, and pack some more stuff up. I think we're doing really well. I'm very excited. I'm not gonna let the situation with the calyx unit bring me down. Everything else is running very smoothly, so I'm very excited about that. Morning. It is now June 22nd. I'm very tired of moving in general, and I just have a lot of things happening at the same exact time, so I'm mentally drained, physically drained. Anyway, I have 5 more days to pack basically because I have 3 days this week. I'm going on a trip this weekend and into the beginning of next week. Then I have 2 days back in this apartment next week, and then I move on Saturday. So I have to take down furniture. I gotta clear up that wall. I do have a pile of boxes right there, which is good. I'm gonna try to take over some of that today and tomorrow. I'm also down to the last few things where I would prefer to keep these things out just in case I need them over the next week or two. Like my sewing machine, my Cricut, just like little things where if I want to do a quick project, like I have it out and ready, but at the same time I'm like, maybe I should just give myself a break, pack it all up, keep it in boxes for the next 2 weeks just so I can focus on moving and focus on work and all this other stuff, and then just take it out when I'm fully moved in and ready to get back to work again on all my side business stuff. But we'll see what I decide on that. All right, let's keep going. I bet you're all wondering why I'm only packing up my crafting room and not the rest of my apartment. Or maybe you're not wondering. I'm gonna tell you anyway. The rest of my apartment stresses me out. So I want to do a massive decluttering session of all of my personal items, but I don't think I have time to do it right now. I don't have too much energy to mentally make decisions of whether I want to keep something or get rid of things right now. I just want to pack everything up and do all that decluttering stuff later. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I started packing this stuff up. There's a lot of stuff under my bed that I started packing up. This corner has some boxes. I took down my little like ladder shelf situation. So I am packing up my personal stuff very slowly. I definitely wanted to get all of my crafting room things together just because I kind of prioritize that stuff. Just because I thought it'd be more fun to watch me packing up my crafting stuff, since I think most people follow me because of my small business content. I'm feeling a little bit stressed about moving now. I know I was feeling really good at the end of my last video, and that's because I had packed up a lot of stuff and my move out date was really far away. But now, because of this trip that I planned for this weekend, I only have 5 more days physically here in this apartment before the move out truck comes, and I need to take apart so many things. I mean, this bed needs to come apart. I have many desks and tables, like my dining room table, and like I have a keyboard here and like a keyboard desk and like all this stuff. So it's getting a little bit more chaotic than I had intended. It is a few days later, it's June 24th, and now I only have 3 days to pack everything up and move out. I feel like all the packing and moving out vlogs that I watch on YouTube are all from people who are YouTubers, and they don't actually have like a full-time 9-to-5 traditional job, and they don't have like side hustles and other commitments other than making the video as successful as possible because that's their job. So hopefully these videos are a little bit more realistic for people who do have a lot of other commitments outside of making a very aesthetic moving video. There's a lot of construction happening outside, so if you hear that, just I'm moving, so you won't have to deal with that for too long. Then again, there's construction everywhere in Hoboken, so anyway, I have this huge pile of boxes that are all crafting room related things. Trying to get those out of here. I'm going to use my handy dandy wagon and bring things over to my new apartment. I also have a few bags filled with things that I need to donate, get rid of in some way, shape, or form. So I'm going to try to do that in the next few days. Not sure if I'll get it done today. I've also been keeping all my sewing stuff out because I wasn't sure if I wanted to make a few items for this trip that I'm going on this weekend. Oh yeah, that's another thing that's complicating this moving process. I only have 3 days left because starting tomorrow I'll be on a girls trip with my friends. This was planned a very long time ago, way before I knew I would need to be moving next weekend. So going on that, coming right back, and then I'll have 2 days to get everything together and then move out next Saturday. As far as my personal items, I do have some of it packed up, but a lot of it still needs to be put into boxes. So I'm going to try to do some of that today. I need to figure out which furniture items I need to take apart so that they'll fit down my staircase and up the new staircase. But yeah, should be a fun day. past few weeks I've been taking boxes over to my new apartment, unpacking all the stuff there, and then bringing the empty boxes back here so I can refill them with more stuff. It saved me a lot of money on buying a ton of boxes, but now I'm getting to the point where I'm getting pretty tired of going back and forth. Also, I'm running out of time, so I think I'm gonna bring a few more boxes tonight, and then that'll be it. Everything else I'm just going to get ready for the moving truck, which is coming next week. My crafting room looks very barren, and it's really sad at this point because I don't know, I'm never gonna sew here again because I packed up my sewing machine and all my thread, and this may be one of my last few videos with me in this space. It's very sad actually, but my new space is coming along great. I'm very excited about the layout that I planned for it. I do need to take down this pegboard and figure out what I want to do with it because it's ruining my plans not knowing if I'm gonna have it up or not, because it does store a lot of my sewing things. But at the same time, I'm going for a more clean, minimalist look, so the pegboard isn't really it, unless if I could figure out a way to store things on here without it looking too chaotic. The floor literally looks disgusting, so I'm gonna vacuum this up real quick.